What's going on, world? It's your girl, Sheree Robin, Simon & Schuster best-selling author, editor, publisher, literary coach. And today, as always, we're talking books, business, and building a life you love. And one of the big conversations that is just high priority for so many writers that I come into relationship with, especially aspiring authors, right? People who have yet to write the book, is this concern of being known, right? How do I get my name out there, Sheree? How am I going to sell my book? How do people know that I'm the authority in a space? How do I get recognized, right? How do I spread my wings? Like, what are the steps that I need to take in order for me to get recognition, in order for my book to be successful? And this for me is such a high priority, and it transcends just writing a book. It's a key piece of business. So, these three essential conversation pieces that we're going to talk about today, of course, I want them to apply to you as an author, but in any other space, if you're creating a product, if you're starting a business, right, you still need to understand how to be known. So, here's the three steps that I want you to walk through so you can get your feet out there and start to get more exposure and experience and start to create a following and a tribe that believe in the same things that you believe in. So the first thing that you're going to have to do is put yourself out there. Right, you're going to have to get out from behind your desk. You're going to have to stop making those excuses, and you're going to get out and meet people. And so there are some very specific and intentional ways to do that. One, of course, online, right? You can go do Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups. That's fine. But you also want to make sure that you are finding like influencers that you like, people that you respect in the industry, seeing what they're doing in certain spaces, and find out what conferences and events they're going to, right? What places where will they be? What opportunities come as a relationship with you following that person, right? Not just are you consuming their content, right? But are you aware of their actions and their movements so that you can put yourself in similar spaces, right? So that you can be connected to that person because you're in the same circles, you're moving, right? When you go to these events, you go to these spaces where influencers or people that you like and respect are, then you'll have opportunities that are open to people who are in those spaces. So you have to go, right? You have to go. Find out if you like Nehemiah, right? You like Nehemiah Davis, find out where he's going to be. Right. If you like Danielle Leslie, if she's going to speak at a conference and you like what she's all about, you need to go and be at that conference. Right. You need to go and be in the mix. You never know what's available to you until you get out in those spaces, right? The other part is when you go to events, make sure that you go to events to network and not just to sell, right? That you are actually there to engage and interact with people. A huge mistake that I see all the time when I used to vend, right? Going to conferences and seeing people or authors having a table and they're at the table, sitting behind the table, like, you just waiting for somebody to come by and talk to you and ask you about your product and buy something from you. You don't have any networking skills, right? You have to get from behind that desk, go out, go to this over here, go to the water hole, go talk to people, go down to where they're getting snacks, engage with folks, right? Go to events and have conversations. Don't just go and have a pitch to sell, but also go to network. Those relationships, some of the relationships I have made, I have one relationship from a conference that I have made that has lasted me the last 6 years. That has made me well over six figures. This one relationship. Another relationship from a friend I met at a conference has had me on television multiple times, right? So it's so important that you understand it's not just about selling, but also about being in spaces and networking, right? Exchanging value. That's just step one, right? It's getting out, connecting, and meeting people. The other thing is when you're in the mix, ask questions, right? Ask questions. Don't just talk all about yourself and tell people what you've been through and what you're doing and what you want, right? Also ask them what they have going on. People don't know or people don't care until they know that you care. Right? They don't care, right? They don't care what you know until they know that you care. So it is so important that in these spaces, when you are going out and having conversations with people, that you're not dominating these conversations with things that are all about you, right? That you're asking people what their issues are, what their holdups are, right? Asking how you can help. You're exchanging valuable information. You're not just trying to get them again to in a transactional way to purchase or to buy something from you. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Number two is ask questions. Get out there and make it about someone else and not just yourself. The next one is about just being quiet. Like when you ask questions, shut up and listen. And I say this, right? It seems like it makes logical sense. You ask a question, you listen, but people don't. People really don't always do that. Or when someone's talking, a lot of times, what I've seen with writers too, is that they will already prescribe the antidote for someone before they finish listening to all the symptoms, right? They have already diagnosed this person. Oh, girl, you need this. And you're not even listening. You're not even fully paying attention to the things that they are saying. You're already ready to just jump in and give them a resolution. Oh, girl, wait, slow down, go fast. Be easy on the clutch. It's okay, right? You don't have to jump in and try to solve everybody's problems because you don't even know until you can fully understand and listen to what they're saying if you actually have the solution or not. So pay attention, listen, take your time. Don't rush the conversation, just trying to get in your point, right? Don't hurry them along. Actually engage, right? Engage in these conversations, pay attention, make these connections, have these relationships. When I say your network is equivalent to your net worth, right? You want to think outside the box. And this is how you become known. This is how, even if I don't travel, and I haven't been traveling for a few months now, but if even in that space, I have enough relationships and enough capital, right? That people, oh, you want to do a book? I got a person for you. I know exactly who, right? Because I've been in the right spaces and in the right networks. That's what you want. You want people to know, oh, I need a coach, I need a speaker to do this about real estate, about wealth, about I know a person. You got to be in the spaces with people in order for them to know you to call your name when your time is up. You got it? I hope that makes sense for you. I hope that it resonates and sits with you really, really well. Hope that you are blessed on this wonderful day. And that if you need more information, more value, make sure that you are registered for my upcoming masterclass, these 3 critical mistakes that are stopping coaches, experts, business owners from actually getting their books done. And they're the same 3 slimy, greasy things, right? And we're going to break those down in my upcoming masterclass. So make sure that you click the link below and register, and I'll see you there.